The purpose of this resource is to provide guidance for utilizing scaffolds that are embedded in your EL Education District curriculum. Scaffolding is an instructional method that progressively moves students toward greater independence and understanding during the learning process. It is a temporary support that acknowledges what students already know, the barriers they will face in achieving new learning goals, and the instructional support that will benefit them in negotiating those barriers. Throughout this learning opportunity, we'll focus on examples of scaffolds that already exist within EL education lessons using Lesson 2 from Grade 3, Module 1, Unit 2. An EL Education Scaffold Overview document for elementary ELA grades 2 through 5 can be found in Learning Central under the appendix within each grade level module and in the teacher planning tools for your grade level curriculum. Please refer to this document for additional supports as you plan. The lesson components listed on the slide are where you can locate embedded scaffolds within lessons and will be highlighted throughout this presentation. The unit overview has suggested prioritizing instruction in lessons 1, 2, 7, and 8. If needed, consider spreading the activities from lesson 2 into 2 days so as to allow for providing proper support and attention to all tasks. This will ensure you've provided ample scaffolds to student learning and preparation for them to engage with the text and practice the skills with less teacher support later in the lessons. During the close read, continue to practice a variety of total participation techniques introduced throughout Unit 1 to encourage student engagement and participation, such as equity sticks, turn and talk, think, pair, share, and cold calling. You can review these and learn about other suggested classroom protocols and strategies by using the Protocols and Strategies link. To support student comprehension, model for students how to use the photographs within the informational text to comprehend the text and synthesize a main idea. Many students may feel overwhelmed by the variety of text features, complexity of language, and unfamiliarity of the setting introduced all at the same time in the text. In Universal Design for Learning, it is suggested to provide students with visuals to help them identify the main idea of the text. Main idea is a new term in this lesson, and many students will need explicit help distinguishing gist from main idea. Consider providing pictures of a paragraph with sections highlighted or underlined to help students understand topic sentences and key details. To help meet the needs of all students, build background knowledge of Kenya at the beginning of or prior to this lesson. Be sure to provide information about diverse regions and people of Kenya, as this text focuses on only one rural village and is important to recognize the richness of cultures. This can be done through student-independent research reading, playing music, or providing photographs. This lesson introduces a lot of new vocabulary words, and students are likely to identify more throughout the close read. Post these words prior to the lesson so that students can become familiar with them before the lesson. A useful strategy is to also include pictures or to elicit drawings from students to deepen understanding. You'll also want to build on using the affix list introduced in Unit 1, Lesson 6 by modeling for students to look for affixes and root words of explicitly and impassable, as students will be asked to rely more heavily on this strategy in the future. Lesson 2 also provides an optional language dive for ELLs, but this is again good practice for all students. Language dives will be more thoroughly introduced in Unit 3 and will become a regular routine throughout the EL curriculum for all students. Completing this language dive will be beneficial in continuing to practice identifying root words and affixes to find meaning of words, and also to further discuss the non-literal language in the text. The close read will guide you through completing the close read note catcher with the class. Remember to use a variety of total participation techniques to increase engagement and participation. Many students may still struggle with the stamina required for a close read, so take additional movement breaks as needed. Additionally, consider expanding the close read as needed. For example, the closed read opens with guiding students to read the yellow text box to describe the climate and geography of Kenya, though most third graders will find many of the terms unfamiliar. Take the time as needed to make meaning of words such as humid, but also the capitalization used in East Africa and Kiswahili. Scaffolding is an instructional method that progressively moves students toward greater independence and understanding during the learning process. Refer to the EL Education Scaffold Overview for grades 2 through 5 for additional resources that may provide further support when planning for and implementing instruction. As a reminder, additional resources and professional learning videos can be found in Learning Central under the appendix within each grade level module and in the teacher planning tools for your grade level curriculum. If you need more assistance with differentiating scaffolding lessons, you may wish to reach out to the experts in your building, ESL teacher, special education specialists, intervention team facilitator, or contact the central office coordinating teachers assigned to your school for support.